Hi friends, I have a book here called Henry and the Buccaneer Bunnies by Carolyn Crimmy. Now you know if you want to find this in the fiction section of the library, you look under CRI because that's the first three letters of the author's last name. So here we go, Henry and the Buccaneer Bunnies. Cruising the seven seas on a crickety old ship called the Salty Carrot sailed a wild, rowdy band of Buccaneer bunnies. They were bad bunnies, all right. When pirates on the other ship saw their long floppy ears and their fluffy white tails, they shook with fear. The captain of the Salty Carrot was Barnacle Blackear, the baddest bunny brute of all time. Blackear was proud of his wooden paw, his golden earrings, and his mean reputation. What Blackear was not proud of was his son, Henry. Instead of performing his proper pirating duties, Henry was more interested in reading the books that Buccaneer stole from other ships. I think that's him. "Shout, shiver me timbers!" Blackear ordered. "I'd rather finish this chapter," said Henry. "Make this prisoner walk the plank." "Can't I just read about it?" asked Henry. "Find yourself a pirate for ye shoulder." "First, I need to read up on parent care," said Henry. "Buccaneer bunnies do not read books," said Blackear. "Toss them overboard!" he yelled to the other bunnies. "No, wait!" cried Henry. "Let me just finish them first!" "Avast!" cried Blackear. "Swab the decks until you come to your senses." And so Henry swabbed the decks day after day while reading some of his favorite books, like Robinson Crusoe and 30 Days to the Longer Ears. "Ye can't learn how to do this from a book," Jean La Hare said while sharpening his hook. Henry sighed and turned the page. "You'll never find booty like this in a book," Calico Jack told him, holding up his stolen loot. Henry shrugged and turned the page. "Can't do this with a book in your paw," Bartholomew Bunny said while sanding his peg leg. Henry just turned another page. As much as he loved books, Henry was lonely, Buccaneer Bunny, if there ever was one. Then one morning he looked up at the red sky and wriggled his little pink nose. He heard the parrot squawk and saw a fish jumping out of the water. "If my book on meteorology are correct, those signs mean a big storm is heading this way," he thought. I wonder if everybody will listen to him. Henry tried telling Jane La Hare about the upcoming storm. "Excuse me, but I believe a storm is coming." But Jean was too busy polishing his piece of 8. "Go back to ye books, Henry." He tried telling Calico Jackrabbit. "I'm pretty sure the storm is on his way," Henry said. But Calico Jack was too busy admiring his tattoo of a cabbage. "Don't bother me now, Henry." Finally, Henry cried, "Batten down the hatches! A huge storm is coming!" "What do you know about storms?" Blackear demanded. "Get back to the swabbing the deck before I make shark bait out of your books." Henry did as he was told, but he kept his little pink eyes on the skies. When he saw that the rats abandoning ship, he started packing up his books in an empty treasure chest. So that he talked about this. My dad always said, watch the animals. If a storm is coming, the animals are taking cover, you take cover too. I think it's neat that the author put that in the book as well. The storm started small. A few low grumbles of thunder, a spike of lightning, then suddenly a crashing, bashing, thrashing wildcat of a hurricane broke loose. It shook the ship. Suffering sea dogs! It mangled the mast. Great blimey, bilges! It slashed. Oops, I didn't show you the picture. I apologize. Here you go. It slashed the sails, damaged the deck, and ripped up the rickety old salty carrot. All that was left floating on the choppy waters were a bunch of soggy bunnies and Henry's treasure chest filled with books. When the storm finally calmed down, Black-eared, Henry, and the rest of the Buccaneers paddled to the nearest island. "We're ruined!" wailed Black-ear. "No ship, no piece of bait, no gems." He sat in the sand and blubbered like a lily-livered landlubber. But Henry got to work. I wonder what Henry's going to do. The first thing he did was build a 2-story hut out of palm fronds and coconuts. "How'd you learn to do that?" asked Black-ear. "I read it in 101 Things to Do with Palm Fronds and Coconuts," replied Henry. Wow, that is really cool looking. I wonder what's next. Next, he built a fire and cooked up a tasty seaweed stew. "Blimey," said the hungry bunnies. "Where did you learn that?" "I found the recipe in a Quick and Easy Meals for Marooned Pirates," said Henry. Then he made them all, fetching garments from the bits and pieces he had salvaged from the shipwreck. "We look like gentlemen do. We swank swashbucklers, we are. Arr! And it's all from them land-lubbin' books," said Pirate Black-ear, shaking his head. I wonder if he's going to make readers out of the other pirates. Henry taught Black-ear and the Buccaneer bunnies all kinds of useful things, like how to plant crops, making the best sandcastles, and build boats out of palm fronds. Soon they built a new ship. Very helpful. Which they sailed to the library at the nearby Easter Island every summer. Here the bunnies spent many happy hours slurping seaweed stew and reading books. "Aye, Buccaneer bunnies will always need books," said Black-ear. Henry just smiled and turned the page. I always love a good ending. The end. What do you think? Yeah. Yes. Enjoy this book. I hope you did. Have a great day and keep reading.